G'day and welcome to Down the Shed with Byron, where we're working on the VY Commodore. And what I'm planning on doing today is giving the car a bit of a clean out, sorting out the door on this passenger side that we had dramas trying to get open. So I'll show you a little trick that I did there. Fitting the glove box back up because all the clips are broken. And when I went to the wreckers to try and get a couple, I'll show you a little trick of how to get them off without breaking them, hopefully. We'll give it a wash. I'll jack up each side, give it a pressure clean, and we'll get a bit of a shopping list of what we're going to need and what videos are coming up. So if this is your first time seeing me VY project car, now I got this from a friend. Been parked up since 2018. We've had a fuel pump problem. I stuffed up with the fuel gauge problem. But yeah, we're going to try and get it back on the road and see how we go. There we go. One job I remembered, there's the gas struts for the bonnet, need to replace them. The plastic strip on the side here has started to come off, so that's something I need to rectify. If anyone's got any tips of how to do that, do we either pull it off completely and put some new 3M tape, double-sided tape on it, and then stick it back on, or is it just a little bit of liquid nails in there? Then we've got the inside of the car, which is a bit of a, yeah, needs a bit of love. So we'll rip these seat covers off. That's what I was talking about. The glove box is missing. The door, well, that was a mongrel to get open. So the handle was working, but wouldn't open. Now I've got it to open. What I've done is I pried the door trim off a bit more. If you can see in there, I sprayed a heap more lube in here, worked everything up and down. I'll go get a light and I'll show you what else is in there. Hopefully you can see that little blue clip. Now that was down for some reason. I pushed it back up and we were able to get the door open. Yeah, so I'll just go through, strip everything out, and then we've got a fault with the transmission where you go park, reverse, neutral, drive, but it won't go any further. I've never had that problem before, so we'll look into that. And yeah, so I'll give that door lock assembly another coat of lube and work it all in, put that door trim back on, and then we'll get back into that glove box and put that in. Door trim back on. You either love them or you hate them. I you know, try and get these little clips out here. You just end up damaging them, unclipping them, and that nasty little one in there. I don't know about you guys, but trying to pull a Commodore door trim off without wrecking it, unless there's a special tool, don't know. But it's all good now. Door shuts. Door opens and it does lock. So the next thing we're on to, the glove box. We might just give that floor a bit of a clean out first. That's a bit better. Nice clean area to work in now. Who likes their McDonald's? Check out the chip. Yeah. All right, well, have a look at the seat and I'll bring you back in a second. Ta-da! Looks heaps better. Not really a fan for seat covers unless it's your work vehicle. I like the look, especially if, well, I've had a few Calais, so I like the interior, the factory look. So what I'm talking about is these plastic clips here just snap off. So there's one that goes in here and one there. And what I found is it's locked in to that little hole in there. So you need to get the screwdriver just under the back of it and to pry it up. So the only two I found at the wreckers, I happened to snap one. So quick look on eBay, and I found a little kit. So that's pretty good. We'll smash that in, and a bit of glove box back in. I started to attempt to pop that off, and I thought, you know what, I might as well leave it there because it works. I'll put this other one on, which slides down from the top, clips into place. I'll leave the other one for a spare for the just in case. I'll put that in the glove box. The next things we've got a couple of little rubber stoppers, so it just looks like they slide out. There's a little hole at the end, which then slides onto that section there. So put that in, slides up. And there we have it. Rubbers are in place. Needed 2 hands just to push them in. Let's put the glove box back in. Hopefully it goes to plan. And there we go. Glove box working. Just got to sort out the glove box light, which has probably been disconnected because of, I don't know, simple globe. We'll sort that one out later. Next job is gonna be cleaning the thing out. And I just realized that the plastic trim on the side of the seat's broken. So I brought a plastic welder the other day, one of those little cheapy kits. So we'll see if we can repair that. But have a little bit of a look at it. Ooh boy. Yep. We'll give it a wipe over, a general vacuum out. I'm gonna rip these, oh, Playboy. Yeah, we'll give it a general clean out and come back to you, see if I did an okay job. What have we got down the front here? Oh, yeah, boy. Well, we are back, and I am quite happy with the job for today that I have done on this. Center console's a bit better. Nice. The interior just generally looks a lot neater when it's just that factory sort of look. Well, that's what I like anyway. Definitely needs a day or two and a few beers of, you know what I mean, like just might as well get the carpets and that all shampooed. I pulled the back seat out and guess what I found? Woohoo! $5.05. That'll pay for the coffee for when I went and picked it up. Another thing I noticed while doing a bit of a walk around on the car is the rear tint has started to bubble. So we'll need to pull that off. Also noticed, or slash remembered, it's missing the seal that goes up over the back here. Has anyone had to replace that before? So I'll be chasing one of those for the left-hand side. Otherwise, yep, the inside of it is pretty much done for now. I'll take it out of the shed and we'll continue a bit of a pressure clean. The one time I used my head. I broke the weather shield. Bugger. Well, I'll pull that off, which just looks like just got to pull that inner seal out and that should come out. We'll give the engine bay a bit of a degrease. Now what I've found with cleaning out the engine bay is use a bit of degrease, like a can of that, with a bit of oven cleaner and it will bring it up smicko. Oh, well, it wasn't raining, then it's raining. So I gave the engine bay a bit of a clean out, so she'll be right for now. I'll wait for the weather to clear up, and then I'll, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jack up each side one at a time and pull the wheels off, and then pressure clean all in the areas and underneath, and just make sure that it's all nice and tidy. But the engine bay's come up a treat. I'm just hoping it starts now, because yeah, if anyone else has washed their Commodore before, we'll see what happens. But it's just a general clean. The next thing I'll be doing will be a service on the old girl. So we'll change the oil, spark plugs, air filter. I've already done the fuel filter, so that's sorted. But yeah, I'll get stuck into it when it clears up a bit more, pressure clean underneath, and we'll jump under and have a look. Well, back into it. It's a little bit sunnier today. I've got the car jacked up and ready to go. Wheels are off, and I thought before I wash it, let's have a look. And I forgot to mention, like, part of this project is to get it back on the road. So we've got to go for a roadworthy. So take it over the pits and they've got to inspect it. So there's a couple of jobs that I'll look at, and some other pointers that I'll give you before we take a car over the pits as well. There we have, the Commodore's all jacked up. Just having a look under here. Possibly a bit of leakage here. But just having a look at the bushes and stuff like that. Checking out the brake pads, there's plenty of material in there. But if they are getting low, it's probably worth changing. The tyres, now these are close to the wear limit. And also there's a date on the tyre. Let's have a look here, there's a date here. So this is week 41 of 2012. So what I'll do there is I'll just change those tyres out. They're pretty cheap, they're only 15s. So we'll throw some new tyres on, and that'll be another thing that goes over the pits easy, because they see new tyres, car's clean, you know, those little things help. The front end now, yeah, I'm just checking out the brakes. So there's plenty of material in there as well. What I might do, I might just pop them up, pull the pads out, and just give them a little bit of brake lubrication where they slide. But I'll do that after we wash it. I'm just checking out all the bushing under here, steering rack, any oil leaks, which just looks like possibly the sumps weeping, or there might have been a bit of spillage. So we'll suss that out. And as we can see back here, there's a bit of sweating around the transmission. With a general pressure clean, we'll see what it looks like after. Check the transmission mount. We'll put a pry bar in there and have a look after. I think the center bearing didn't look the best. So there's a bit of movement in there. Let's see if you can see it. Yep. So I guess that'll be on the job. Have a look at the rest. And like I was saying earlier, it needs a couple of gas struts for the bonnet. So I've ordered those on the bonnet there. I'm going to fit those, and I've ordered a couple of wiper blades just for now. I might run down and grab a center bearing, and we'll make that one of the videos in the future. But for now, what I'll do is I'll give this passenger side a clean, throw some other spare stockies I've got on it for now, and I'll do the other side, and then we'll get into a little bit of maintenance. With the general wash just underneath, just to you know, tidy it up a little bit. It's not looking too bad. I put some pursuit rims on the left hand side and some stockies on the right. Let's have a look. Yeah, boy. Bloody sun. Anyway, I brought it into the shed so we can do a couple other little jobs on it. A couple of spare tyres here. This one's out of the boot. Where's the date on this one? It's like a 2003 tyre, this one. Oh, here it is. Have a look here. What's that? Week 17 of 03. And the one on the back's a 2004 tyre. So they're good tyres, but technically they're out of date. But I've got the other ones ready to take down. We'll get some new tyres put on those. And then they should be a good thing. So I brought some cheapy wiper blades off eBay. They look pretty decent. If you've never done your wiper blades before, let me know. I'll do a quick short video. But otherwise, they're pretty straightforward. I just changed the whole assembly. There we go. One done. Do the other side, then I'll pop the bonnet and we'll change those gas struts. It won't take long. I'll just show you what I'm doing anyway. So with the wiper blade, this is why I'm changing it, and they're thrashed. Just rotate it. You should see a little clip just under here. Clip that in. Push that down, hopefully. Got it. And keep my hand out the way. That slides down. Slides down. Technical difficulties. There we go. Get that out of the way. Then get the new one, and with that little tab there, we'll just push that through the hole. Slide that back in. There we go. Sweet. With the bonnet up, just used a pair of vice grips to clamp around the bonnet strut for now. You could probably use a broomstick if you wanted to. And with the T30 Torx bit, one of these little starry ones. Here's one I prepared earlier. You just undo these bolts here. They come out. Use a screwdriver just under there. And pop that ball joint off. And this comes off. And we'll just replace it with a new one. Now with the new one, I'll just put the ball joint on first. And give the bonnet a little bit of a lift. There we go. Put those bolts in. We'll tighten them up. That side done. Hopefully that's strong enough to hold the bonnet up, and we'll release the vice grips. Whew. There we go. I'll just smash this one out and we'll get back to you. That done now. Let's have a look. Oh. Now, how long have people, like, you just leave your bonnet struts and I'll get to another day? I think these cost me $17. Don't know how long they'll last, but doesn't matter. The bonnet's staying up. Sweet. Well, thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the little video. The next couple of jobs to do on this thing will be the service, which will be, like I was saying, I think air filter, oil, etc. Looks like the strut tops might be worn out, so I might do a video on that. The center bearing on that drive shaft, we'll have to get onto that. I'll put the new tyres on. What else was there? That's right. The plastic I need for up here, I might go down to a wreckers or a crash repair and pick their brain of how they do it. The door trim moulding, the passenger side seat. But yeah, otherwise I think there's a transmission. I'll have a look at the transmission oil, might do a service on that as well. I'll change the diff oil. I guarantee that hasn't been done in a million years. Otherwise, yeah, if there's any other videos you'd like to see on a Commodore, yeah, let me know. I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, take it easy and I'll see you when I'm looking at you.